Oh, hi everyone. Welcome back to more problems on reviewing the AB calculus. And this problem here, it's about the absolute minimum value of y, and we also want to know concave up or down, and at the end, we want to know what is the tangent line in some interval in this function. So the function, as you guys see here, so if we look from the left, start from the interval from -4 all the way to 4. So that's the x value defined at. A graph has horizontal tangent at minus half, and 5/2. All right. And the function in the interval x from 1, starting from here to here, that's a function. It's minus x squared plus 5x minus 4. So the interval from x greater than 1 or equal 1 and less than or equal 4, which is like we see, it's a parabola here. All right. And then it's already given the area of the region. B is 5. It's a given. And A is 3. Okay, that's area of regions given. And from other interval, we have g of x. That's other function here. From -4 to x, and f of t delta t. Okay, now, what is the first, to all this given, so what is the first thing he's asking us to do in this problem here? So the first thing he said A, okay, find g of 0 and g of 4. Okay, so we want to find the function at 0 when x value is 0, plus when the function x value of 4. All right. So in other words, so g of 0 is equal to the integration from -4 to 0. Because if we go with this one here, he wants to find g of x, right? So g. So if we go with the g, x value is 0, right? So the interval from negative, and we're going to substitute for x with 0. So it's from -4 to 0. That's the first thing. F of t dt. All right. So from -4 to 0, that's consists of two intervals, from -4 to -1, and from -1 to 0. Okay, so we're gonna break this down to two sections. The first section, so we're gonna say g of 0 is equal -4 to 1 f of t dt plus from -1 to 0 f of t dt. All right. So from -4 to 1, this here, if we see this is triangle, what is the area of the triangle? Area of triangle, if we have a triangle here, right? So we say half the base times the height. All right, so let's apply this here. So the area of from -4 to -1, right? So it's gonna be the area of the triangle plus, should add here, but this area is negative. So negative sign because the area A lies below the x-axis. So it will be negative sign because A is down x-axis. So here it will be negative the area of A. Okay, let's apply this. So it will be equal. So what's the area of this one? Half the base, which is the base. So it will be negative 4 minus 1. We're looking for absolute value here. So that will be 3. 3, what's the height? Is here the y value. That's 3 times 3. All right, plus what's the area of from negative 1 to 0? That's the area of A, which is negative area of A right here, negative 3. All right, so it will be 3 times 3, 9 over 2 minus 3. Okay, so it will be 2, 9, 4. Okay, so 3, so it will be, no, that's 6. So equal 3 over 2. Okay, so this is G of 0. All right, then let's get G of 4. So G of 4, we're going to substitute back the same here to that equation. Okay, so we'll say negative 4 to 4 f of t dt. Okay, so negative 4 to 4. So that means here we're going to include or our interval here. So it will be from negative 4 to negative 1, then from negative 1 to 0, and then from 0 to 1, and then from 1 to 4. So that's from negative 4 to 4. Okay, so let's get to that one. So it will be equal integration negative 4 to negative 1 f of t dt plus negative 1 to 0 f of t dt plus from 0 to 1 f of t dt plus from 1 to 4 f of t dt. All right, so we already have that first two parts here, which is the area of the triangle and the area of A, which we know already from here. That's 3 over 2. So we're going to just simplify this and put 3 over 2 plus area of B from 0 to 1. That's the area of B, which is already known here. That's 5. So plus 5, then plus, what's f of t from 1 to 4? So that's right here. Okay, so that's the equation we're going to use from 1 to 4 for this area. So will be right here, will be integration 1 to 4 minus t squared plus 5t minus 4 dt. Okay, so will be so 3 over half, that plus 5, 3 over 2 plus 5. Okay, plus, if we integrate this here, so it will be minus t cubed over 3 plus 5t squared over 2 minus 4t. And that's from 1 to 4. All right, let's do the integration now. So 3 over 2 plus 5. So that will be minus 1/3 4 cubed minus 1 cubed plus 5 over 2 4 squared minus 1 squared minus 4 4 minus 1 to apply the integration interval here. So right here, the upper interval minus the lower interval. Okay, so that would be equal to, if we simplify this, so that will be 2, 3 plus 10, that's 13, plus here. So if we simplify, this will be minus 63 over 3 plus 75 over 2 minus 12. So it will be 11. So that is my g of 4. So now we have the two value, g of 4 and g of 0. Okay? G of 0 and g of 4. So that is the first thing he's asking us. Okay, let's move, see what else he wants us to do. Okay, so B, let's just make here B, find the absolute minimum value of y on closed interval from -4 to 4. Okay. So he wants to find the absolute minimum value from -4 to 4. So that means we're gonna that's the way we're gonna check this out. So we're gonna check the function at every point, like g of x, which is -4 to x f of t dt. So the point we're gonna check at -4, -1, 0, 1, and 4. So -4, -1, 0, 1, and 4. And then we're gonna the highest value of this, that's gonna be where is the absolute minimum value occur at. So we're gonna see what's the highest value for each function at this point, and then the highest value, that's gonna be the absolute minimum value. Okay, so we know already, we said g of -4 right? So g of -4, that's, okay, let's start. We know g of 4 is equal to 11, and we know g of -1, that's a triangle, that's equal to from -4 to 1, -1 f of t dt, right? So g of -4, g of -1, 0, 1, and 4. Okay, and then, so this -4, that's equal to half times 3, the area of the triangle, which is going to be 9 over 2. And with g of 0, that's -4 to 0, f of t dt. That we know that one. We got this one before. It's 3 over 2. And then g of 1 is equal -4 to 1 f of t dt. What's g of 1 here? G of 1, we know already that's the p-value, right? Which is 5. Minus 4. We got g of 1 before. From -4 to 1. Yeah, right here. -4 to 1. And that would be equal to 13 over 2. So now the average value of G max equal the maximum number of, so I have 0, 11, 9 over 2, 3 over 2, 13 over 2. So the average, the maximum value here is 11, and 11 occur when the x equal 4. So that means the absolute minimum value at x equal 4. All right? Okay, now we want to know what the concave up or down. So we know already. So concave up or down. So we know if to get the concave, to know the concave up or down. So the second derivative of g of x less than 0, that's concave down. And basically the slope, which is f dash of x, is less than 0, right? So concave down, that means the second derivative is less than 0, and the slope is less than 0. Okay, so f dash of x is less than 0 when x, okay, so we know here, basically we're looking at the interval where the slope is negative. So if we look here, that's a downward, so that's the slope is negative. Or here downward, slope is negative. Here downward, slope is negative. So it's from -2 to -1, union -1 to half, union half to 1, and union from 2.5 to 4. So all this highlighted area, that's my, let's write this down. So when x -2, -1, union -1, -half, union half, 1, union 5/2, 4. So all interval that the tangent line to f of x has negative slope. Okay, so this basically it. So we look at the graph here and we know, so one has a negative slope, so the value is negative, and that's when we have the concave down, because the second derivative is less than 0. All right, that's it for this problem. So if you like that video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and see you in another video.